Hey you guys, it's Caitlin and welcome to this video. So as you saw by the title, today I'm going to be doing a little Brandy Melville transformation using a tank top. So I just want to start off by saying that I don't personally support Brandy Melville. I think they send a very toxic message to young people, and that's basically that you need to be skinny and it's a aesthetic to be skinny, and they're also not good at being racially diverse, and there are also other problems. So I've never shopped there, and I'll leave a link in the description box below on why you maybe should consider not shopping there as well, in case you're curious. But I don't see anything wrong with DIYing, so we're gonna have a little DIY session today with me. I'm just gonna be transforming a tank top, like I said earlier, into their, I know I'm gonna say this wrong, it's called the Dalis Tank or the Dalis Tank. As someone help me. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I was stalking their website and I was like, I have a tank top that has like a similar hemming sort of to this, so I think it would be easy just to change the neckline and do a few small things with it. So this is very doable. I'll be using a sewing machine, but in no way do you need to have a sewing machine. You can do this all by hand, and trust me, this is so easy. So without further of me talking, let's get straight into the DIY. So I start off with this tank top that's like way too big for me, so I had to cut off like almost like half of it, which was a lot, but I kind of wanted the tank top to be cropped as well. So once I had the length that I liked, I measured about halfway between the two straps using this blue chalk and ruler that I have, and I just measured the halfway point and cut about like 1.5 inches down. It felt so sketchy, but you know what? It worked out just fine. And then to the left and right, I cut about, I want to say like, oh gosh, that's so bad, like 1/2 inch to the left and right of it, and this is just so that I can create the hems. So once I had that, I just kind of folded down like 1/4 inch and then 1/4 inch again, kind of rolling it and then using clips to clip it down. You can also use like, you know, regular sewing pins if that's what you have, but I love these pins so much, so I'm just gonna be using them. And once I had that, I just sewed the two hems down. Let me tell you, sewing with fabric, like stretchy fabric, is so hard for me because for some reason my tension is like always wrong on the sewing machine. It just does like some crazy bunching thing, so I do love experimenting, but you know what, just be patient with it and you'll get it eventually. And this part was so confusing, so I had to draw like a little diagram, but basically I'm just sewing in between the two hems so that when I like pull the string, it cinches the two together, because there's just like a large gap between the two, and let me tell you, it was not pretty. So I just like cinched those together, and then I had to find 3 buttons that were matching, and let me tell you, my mom had to help me. We have like no matching buttons in my household for some weird reason, so that was a struggle, but eventually I found the buttons that I needed. And then I just hand sewed the bottom one onto like kind of where the two hems like meet. And let me tell you, I cheated this a little. I was thinking about like actually sewing real buttonholes for once, but I did not. Instead, I just made it look like there were buttonholes, and this will make sense in a second. So this one I'm just sewing down normally, and I'm probably doing this wrong, but you know, just sewing back and forth until it looks good, and then cutting the string and tying it in the back, which I know for sure is not the proper way to tie off a knot, but you know what, it works for me, and I always forget what the other way is, so I just did that and it was fine. And so for the second button here, I'm basically just sewing together the two sides first and then sewing the button on top of that to kind of make it look like the button is sort of like strapped in and like there's totally a buttonhole there, even though there isn't. So you could totally actually like, you know, make the buttonhole if you'd like, but I'm just, you know, kind of doing the cheating way. But it ended up looking fine, and then I also sewed on the third button, and on the bottom it was looking a little rough, so to create the hem, again, I just like folded up like 1/4 inch and then 1/4 inch again, clipped it, and then just sewed all the way around, and it stretched out the fabric a little, but it looked fine. So here are the results. It was so easy, so I highly recommend. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, because I do DIY videos every single week. And yeah, so I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!